Hi, everyone. I realized I missed posting the last couple weeks because I was just really super busy. um, but I'm here and I'm out in front of my trailer. So I think tonight I'm just going to kind of generally share where I am. I'm also going to talk about the way I'm living because I'm really living into a more Z generation lifestyle. And I really think that this is such a valuable thing. I really wish it was a lifestyle that was available earlier for me in my life. But the first thing I want to start with is this is where I'm living. You can see behind me a little bit, but this I want to, oh, I don't know if it'll let me flip the camera typically. So I'm just going to turn around and show you. That's my view tonight as I talk to you. This is what I'm looking at. It's really beautiful. I love where I live. So I'm living, for those of you who don't know, if I don't know if I've said it yet, but I live in Antelope Island State Park, which is a lovely opportunity that's not available. And I'm going to walk while I talk to you. It's not necessarily available to everyone. So I think that's part of this, is being able to live into I don't know, like having my life be like what's behind me here, just right on a beach, right next to the lake, and just living this life that's amazing. So I think the first thing is that I'm realizing it really takes deciding what you want. So for me, I've wanted this to live like this since I was a child. I spent a lot of time camping, and that's where everything was good in my life, is when we were not in the city. I just like to be in nature. And so I think I've mentioned it a couple of times that a couple of years ago in Lit Up, I said I want to live in nature and visit the city, not live in the city and visit nature. And so this is where I get to live now, and this is the lifestyle I get to have. So it's very, I get to do that because I committed to do that. That's what I want to say. I think cancer really woke me up to making sure I lived the way I want to live, not the way I thought I had to live. And so I want to talk about leaning into that and doing that. And I'm going to talk about it a lot. And I'm really going to focus on that at the New Year's Eve retreat that we do. I'm walking just because the mosquitoes tend to be less obnoxious if I keep moving. So I'm sitting here and I get to be in this space. But I think what it woke me up to is the fact that I felt bound by my work. I felt bound to live. Speaking of two, I'll show you behind me. You'll notice that this is a little tiny house. This is where we'll be having that New Year's Eve retreat. So for anybody interested in more info on that, let me know. I'll be putting out more marketing, but not being bound to a specific paycheck or feeling like I had to sell my soul to make a certain amount of money to pay for a house that I didn't really want to live in anyway. I mean, living this way is the way I want to live. I'm happier. My dogs are happier. My life is happier. So I'm going to talk a little bit about getting to know kind of what gig work is and how to do it for people that want to let go and be a little bit more free. So for me, that's what I'm really focusing on right now is that freedom and living life kind of on my terms. And I think we all need to do that at some level. I think for many of us, our childhoods convince us that we need to compromise, and this is what grown-ups do, and you can't have things the way you want, and so on and so forth. And I thought that was true for a long time, but I really don't think it is. In fact, I know it isn't. I know we don't have to do that. I'm gonna step over here because I just have someone passing before I walk back over. So that's what I kind of want this new focus to be. And now that I'm stepping away from having this focus of being, distracted, having this focus of being sick and recovering, and those steps I needed to take to heal from cancer. I really want to focus on what it means to live the life of our dreams. So in that, I'm just going to give like this quick note. So I'm living in Antelope Island State Park. I will be here for at least another year. And then I am working 2 sales jobs plus one. I work as a VA, a virtual assistant, 2 sales jobs, and then working on my own business. So, and at the visitor center sometimes. So it kind of keeps that busy state. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. So it's really, it's very busy, and I let myself get away from recording last time, but I do want to talk about that. I want to talk about how to find these side jobs that help you make enough to pay those bills. But I think we first have to decide what bills are important. The real question right now, and the real question I want to put out there for people this week is, what are you calling a necessity in your life that isn't? Whether it be certain relationships you have, or certain compromises with work or with your home life, how you're living. Are they the rules you wanted to create? Are they the life you wanted to live? Or are they what you learned to be necessity in your life, the rules that you were given, or the frame in which you're limited? So for example, I was working towards this life. I knew I was, but I thought I had to work to pay off my debt. I wanted, and I'll say this over and over again, I wanted to organize my life to live my vision. And the truth is, you can't. You got to live your vision, and then your life will organize itself. I decided to live my vision. I almost died in June of thrombosis, now caused by another side effect of cancer treatment. I was sick for a month and a half, and my original goal was to go out and find another job to replace the job I had, and hope that I liked working for the people I was working for this time, or that it would work out differently, or that I could make more so I could pay off the debt quickly. Mosquito. I thought that I had to make a compromise in order to live my vision, but I didn't. I somehow made it through 2 months of no work, and then I worked my way through gig work, and I thought it was going to be one thing. It didn't turn out to be. And so that's what I really want to start talking about, is a thing called wayfinding, and how wayfinding is not necessarily knowing how you're going to get there, but it's about knowing what you want to do. And so that's really going to be the focus going forward. So I'm almost at my 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and log off for the night, and just want you to start thinking, maybe, is the life you're living right now what you want? And what part of it do you not want? And if you don't want it, why are you doing it? So we're just going to start off there, and I'm going to launch from there. And if ever I leave any of these setups unanswered, please reach out to me, leave comments. I'll get better about tracking them. But, okay, that was a spider web that time. Anyway, I'll get better about tracking them, and I'm happy to answer any questions people have. But I really want to start talking about what I did, what I've done to lean into this life, to lean into living on my terms, the way I want to live. So I hope everybody has a great night, and I will talk to you again next Sunday.